Luna from 12 STEM. I am here now while you are watching me in this video because I will discuss what is fermentation and its process. Let's go. What is fermentation and its process? Fermentation is the process in which a substance breaks down into a simpler substance. Microorganisms like yeast and bacteria usually play a role in the fermentation process, creating beer, wine, bread, kimchi, yogurt, and other foods. Fermentation is the process of converting carbohydrate to alcohol or to organic acid using microorganisms such as yeast or bacteria. This process takes place when there are beneficial bacteria present that breaks down the starch and sugar in the food. As the microorganisms divide, lactic acid is formed which stops the growth of bad bacteria. Different types of fermentation. First is lactic acid fermentation. What is lactic acid fermentation? It's a biological process by which glucose and other 6-carbon sugar are converted into cellular energy and the metabolite lactate. And the second is ethanol fermentation or alcohol fermentation. What is alcohol fermentation? It's a complex biochemical process during which yeast convert sugar to ethanol, carbon dioxide, and other metabolic byproducts that contribute to the chemical composition and sensorial properties of the fermented food stock. Example of this: Vernay wine, rice wine, barley wine, grape wine, and berries wine. How do you ferment ethanol? When yeast is added, it feeds on the sugar in the absence of oxygen to form wine and carbon dioxide. A chemical reaction called fermentation takes place in which the glucose is broken down to ethanol by the action of enzyme in the yeast. And the last is acetic acid fermentation, a process of oxidation in which alcohol is converted into acetic acid by the agency of bacteria of the genus Acetobacter, especially A. aceti. Starches and sugar from grains and fruit ferment into sort testing, vinegar, and condiments. Examples include apple cider vinegar, wine vinegar, and kombucha. And that is the difference of fermentation. Now I will discuss how to make wine or processing in making a wine. First is ensure your equipment is thoroughly sterilized and then rinse clean. Select your grapes, tossing out rotten or peculiar looking grapes. And wash your grapes. Remove the stems. Crush the grapes to release the juice into the primary fermentation container. Your hands will work here as well as anything. And add wine yet to your wine. Insert the hydrometer into the mass. If it reads less than 1.010, consider adding sugar. Gently strain the liquid to remove the sediment and froth. Run the wine into bottle using the clean plastic tubing, leaving space for the cork flask about a ½ inch or so extra room. Insert the cork. Store the wine upright for the first 3 days. After 3 days, store the wine on its side at ideally 55 degrees F. For red wine, aged for at least 1 year, white wine can be ready to drink after only 6 months. That's how fermentation of wine grapes is made. And now, I'm John Gabriel C. De Luna from Green 12 STEM, and that is fermentation is done. Peace.